I expected to have bigger rooms. I expected to have bigger living space, just because all we saw was virtual tours, and so I really thought that it was kind of going to be more than we got.
This is the newest student apartments called The Identity. With its prime location across from the university, it should be an oasis for college living. However, there has been more complications than satisfaction with several residents.
Mostly because of the location. I mean, it's right across the street from school, so I can leave within like 10 minutes of a class and get there on time.
Gabby Figueroa, a senior at the university, tells us about her experiences at the new apartments.
I think it was a good idea to stay here. I mean, just because of the location, honestly, that's what sold it for me. I like that once we get the whole parking thing figured out, I like that we have assigned parking spots, so I always have somewhere that's like indoors, my car's covered, and I have somewhere to park. But right now the parking's not figured out either, so that's a little wild. So it's just been a little frustrating because you kind of get a different answer depending on who you talk to, and no one really seems like they know what's going on other than like the two people who are on management, and they don't respond to emails, and they only respond to you if they happen to be in the room when you're in the room down in the office.
Samina Khan, another senior, tells about her difficulties moving into the new apartment buildings.
I mainly came to Identity for the location. I was extremely disappointed. This room is basically the size of a bathroom. My main thing was that I went to management. They were all like really nice about it, but there was basically nothing that you can do. To my surprise, someone was a no-show for one of the rooms in the bigger room that I had wanted. So that basically means that she's booted out and she's gonna be like sent to collections and I get to take her room. It'll be more equal because I have the biggest room and the biggest bathroom. So like I'm more okay with the price. So it actually really worked out well. The management was like really great about it. But in the beginning, they were really not great about it.
This is Jasmine Brown, reporting from the Reynolds School of Journalism.
Welcome to Campus News. I'm Zachary Sheridan.
And I'm Jasmine Brown. And over the past several months, the university has been at the center of many political controversies. Earlier this month, a new art piece sparked controversy across social media and the campus. Kristen Mitra has the story.
Earlier this month, the gallery at the Jot Travis building displayed art pieces from the university's MFA students. One piece in particular, titled Counterintuitive Revolt, is the center of conversation. The artist, Mark Combs, is an Air Force veteran and created the piece to spark conversation about what changes the country needs to see.
The artist has released a statement to the press this afternoon in an effort to kind of clarify what's going on. Because a lot of people see a flag on the ground and they're outraged, and that I think is a fairly predictable outcome, right? Because our society has a general and shared respect for the flag.
Over the last few months, UNR has been at the epicenter of many political conversations, facing criticism for how the administration is handling these situations.
Amid rising political tension at the University of Nevada, Reno, the artist raises the question, where is America?
The piece also raises questions about what is and isn't protected by free speech. Ben Birkenbein, a professor at UNR who specializes in the First Amendment, has his take on the work.
So while it may make people uncomfortable, it is certainly a protected form of speech, and that I would also say is sort of one of the purposes of good art, good criticism, is to start to poke people in ways that makes them uncomfortable, right? To get them to think about things in a new context. To really challenge their previously held assumptions, their previously held beliefs.
Sparking the conversations we need to have, or is it moving attention away from the current issues our country faces? Reporting from the Jot Travis, Kristen Mitra, Reynolds School of Journalism.
Last Tuesday, the university's longest-serving president, Joe Crowley, passed away after being hospitalized with pneumonia since early November. Located in the Joe Crowley Student Union, this memorial has been set up for students and the community to remember Crowley by. Pictures of Crowley throughout the years are included, as well as some of his original poetry. Bob Felton, a professor at the university, had a close relationship with Crowley due to their offices being right next to each other.
Joe was a presence at the university, He was certainly a presence in this little office pod where we would frequently talk. And that presence is gone. That just simply leaves a big hole that will not be filled.
On his office door where he and colleagues left message on a sign in remembrance of Crowley.
With the holiday season here, Campus Escort is helping students get to the airport so they can get home to see their families.
It's a free ride to get back home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't have to worry about getting an Uber or a Lyft or paying for a cab. I don't have to rely on someone to give me a ride, so I'm really glad that they have this service for us on campus.
Campus Escort is offering free shuttles to the airport for students headed back home for the holidays. These shuttles will be larger than normal and will be taking multiple students at a time. Driver Ben Pinwell wants the students to be aware of their baggage since these shuttles have limited space.
So we have a 12-person van, and while these are bigger than minivans, they don't necessarily have the trunk space for 12 people, so people should try and pack as light as possible.
For more information regarding these holiday shuttles, you can download the Tap Right app or visit the Campus Escort website.
It's not about personal feelings from our standpoint, it's about the appropriateness or not appropriateness.
This past Halloween, a UNR police official decided to dress as one university alumni that sparked a reaction from the community. Antonio Gutierrez wore a costume portraying Colin Kaepernick that went viral due to its controversy.
From an employer standpoint, we have an officer who is off duty, hadn't committed any crimes or violated any internal or university policy. So therefore, for that specific incident, there would be no employee discipline.
So this is the picture that's gone viral of Officer Gutierrez wearing the Colin Kaepernick costume. I went and got students' opinions on it.
I think it's extremely insensitive. I understand there's no policy in place for him to be punished for it, but police officers are supposed to represent their students, and if their students are offended and people of color don't feel safe on our campus, then clearly there's some kind of disconnect happening that the university needs to acknowledge.
With Kevin Bass having family in law enforcement, he shares his thoughts.
Never off the clock, you're always under scrutiny. I just thought it was extremely ignorant, not only that that's what he believed, but that he thought it was okay to dress up like that and to post a picture of it.
Reporting from the Reynolds School of Journalism, I'm Nathaniel Perez.